Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, as we get ready to bring you Doc Stewart's baseball this afternoon here on The Score. The Doc Stewarts, fresh off of clinching their spot in the Oregon AAA State Tournament coming up in Medford at the end of the month. The Doc Stewarts splitting a doubleheader on the road against the Central Oregon Generals in Redmond earlier this week, back on Tuesday. And now the Doc Stewarts back at home to finish out the regular season with a series of non-league games here to finish out the year. We've got a doubleheader today against the LC Twins, the Lewis Clark Twins out of Lewiston, Idaho, making their way here to the Umpqua Valley to take on the Doc Stewarts here today. It's great to have you with us, everybody. Joey Keeran here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Happy to have you here joining us for today's broadcast. Coming up, we will have a conversation with Coach Cody Walton. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. We'll have that conversation coming up here in a bit. Hear from the coach about the Doc Stewarts clinching their spot in the postseason, a big accomplishment for the team this year, and it's great to see the team, how they've rallied after a slow start to the year. The team has bounced back and has been really strong since that 0-5 start to the season. The Docs coming away with a couple of well-played games against the Central Oregon Generals, ended up losing Game 1 on one unearned run, but they were able to polish things off with an 8-6 win in Game 2. They'll look to keep it rolling here as they take on a Lewis Clark team out of Idaho, Lewiston area, traveling here to the Umpqua Valley with a 17-8 record on the year. They just came off of a loss against the Portland Barbers earlier this week. So these two teams are going to be meeting out on the field here in just a little while as we continue on with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Doc Stewarts and the Lewis Clark Twins coming up for you here today. It's a beautiful day here at the ballpark, and again, this will be a doubleheader. Initially, we were thinking it was going to be just a single game, and a game today and then a game tomorrow, but they have decided to make it a three-game series. We'll have a doubleheader today, both 7-inning games. Tomorrow, a 7-inning single game for these two clubs. So the Doc Stewarts will have 3 games here against the LC Twins, and then they will play on Monday next week. That was originally scheduled to be a doubleheader, but now it is a single 9-inning game against Corvallis on Monday coming up. So a few tweaks to the schedule here down the stretch, and we were saying that tomorrow they're going to play a single game. That's actually also been moved from a 10 o'clock start time to a noon start time. So getting some of the paperwork out of the way there, getting everybody straightened, and I've been working on that myself here, trying to get everything straightened out. We'll have that coming up for you tomorrow. It'll be starting at 11:45, same time tomorrow, but just a single game between the Docs and the Lewis Clark Twins. So it's been kind of a scramble here this morning, a lot of things getting adjusted on us, but we're here for some baseball and looking forward to first pitch coming up momentarily. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. When we come back, it's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview with head coach Cody Walton here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We are getting ready for Game 1 of today's doubleheader as the Docs take on the Lewis Clark Twins out of Idaho. And it's time for our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview with head coach Cody Walton. And Coach, let's quickly look back earlier this week. The team locks up a spot in the postseason. How's it feel to know that that's where this team is headed here coming up in a little more than a week?
Yeah, it feels great. Super proud of these guys, and that's where you want to be. I mean, you want to be at the end having a chance at it, and pretty excited we get that opportunity.
We talked about it a little bit after that game, just about how we know how the season started with the 0-5 start, and those were all games against league opponents pretty much out there. And so it was a little bit tough, but this team stuck with it. They kind of came around to, I think, the spot you expected them to be. And how are you feeling just kind of about the growth you've seen from this team this year?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of growth, and we started shaky, like you said, and that's not the way you want to start. But like I said, I always like to be playing our best baseball towards the end. Seeing a lot of growth because we're super young, so we've gotten that opportunity to see that, and guys are stepping up. So it's pretty cool to see that part.
Yeah. And do you feel like, I know there's always room for, it doesn't matter how good you're playing, there's always a way to find a way to get better out there, but you want this team to be playing their best ball at this time of the year. How do you feel like they're trying to accomplish that?
Doing a really good job. Obviously, we're pitching it a lot better. We're eliminating the walks, playing a lot better defense, and we're hitting the baseball and continually doing that through the summer, which is awesome. And some of the younger guys that got asked to do some things, stepping up and doing a good job as well. So putting all that together, and the guys are coming together, and then obviously they're a lot more cohesive and getting along really well. So that's cool too.
Yeah, you guys are going to be looking forward to that, but you've still got a couple of non-league games still to go here on the schedule. And these games, obviously, you want to go out and win, you want to go out and be competitive, but what are you kind of looking to see from the team here in these last couple of games before the state tournament? Obviously, games that won't necessarily change anything for you when it comes to that state tournament time, but you want to see guys kind of still fine-tuning things.
Yeah, certainly. Obviously, we're still going to try to continue to get healthy, let some guys play, and some other guys rest up a little bit. But, yeah, getting these reps are super important because we don't want to let off the gas. We want to keep that form going into the postseason. We're going to see a good Corvallis team as well, which is also going to be there. So these are important for us to kind of keep that form going as well.
As you guys get ready to take on the LC Twins here today, obviously a program that's going to have a lot of some familiar names over there and some familiar faces from a lot of different realms. Head coach was a Medford Mustang. You've got former UCC assistant over there and a familiar Docs player over in that dugout too. So a little bit familiar with this team, even though they're out of Idaho. The challenge here today, taking on these guys for two, obviously is going to be a competitive battle.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's pretty cool to see the coaches. Obviously, we know them pretty well. I wish Cal was on this side of things still. That would be a good bat to have in the lineup. But no, they're a big group, man. I was watching them hit a little bit batting practice, and they're a physical group, but should be a fun game and a good competitive game as well.
Well, we look forward to it out there today as the Docs get ready to take on the LC Twins. Coach, thanks so much for the time.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
That is Coach Cody Walton joining us here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, and you can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Coaches are exchanging the lineup cards at home plate as we are getting ready to go for today's ball game. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. You can tune in and watch today's game, streaming live for free online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. That's 1490. 1490 The Score on YouTube. You can find us there. Hit the subscribe button, and then you can make sure you don't miss another broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball here throughout this summer season. And we appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us with the broadcast here today. Welcome in to any of our fans tuning in from the Idaho region. And, of course, all of our fans for the Doc Stewarts from all over the place, including all the way down under there in New Zealand. So it's great to have everybody here with us for today's matchup. So as we get ready for it here, we are looking at beautiful conditions here at the ballpark. And it's not going to be overly warm today, which is certainly a nice trend, especially after experiencing things in the 90s out in Central Oregon earlier this week, playing on the artificial turf there in Redmond, where temperatures were up to 95 degrees at one point. It'll definitely be nice not to experience that, but we will experience things a little bit upper 70s, maybe into the low 80s here today, and we'll see how that goes for us as we get ready to go. The coaches have headed back to their dugouts, and it's about time to get this one underway. I'm not sure if we're doing an anthem or not. Are we going to do a national anthem, guys? Sure. No, we got some of the injured list up in the booth here running the show here today. I'm not sure if the team is going to do it. Let's go ahead and just get our two-minute break in. We'll come back. First pitch right around the corner. Docs and Twins here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon, we are getting ready for today's matchup. Let's go ahead and introduce you to today's Southern Septic Service starting lineup. For the visiting Lewis Clark Twins, their lineup put together by Coach Micah Brown. It is Guy Krassel, the second baseman, Tucker Green in center field, batting second, Cody Ellis, the first baseman, batting third. Cal Robbins, a familiar name for Doc Stewart's players. He will be batting fourth and starting at third base. The left fielder is Sam Hall, batting fifth. The DH, Jackson Casey, is batting sixth. Makai Durrett in right field will bat seventh. Carson Henson, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Peyton Bonebrake, the catcher, will round out the starting nine for the LC Twins. Their DH being utilized for the starting pitcher. That is Landon Ortiz. Take a look at the Doc Stewarts defensively as they take the field. Behind the plate is going to be Mason Young. Out at first base is Danner Wirtz. At second base will be Reagan Soper. On the left side of the diamond, it's Logan Anderson at third base and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Quinn Gaylor, Christian Corba, and Hayden Thompson. They'll look to support today's starting pitcher for the Doc Stewarts. That will be Tegan Sprague out on the bump. The right-hander out of Umpqua Valley Christian comes in, making his sixth appearance of the season, his fifth start. Currently has a 3-1 win-loss record, 20 1/3 innings worked, a 3.79 ERA, 14 strikeouts, and 13 walks over those 20 1/3 innings. So the Doc Stewarts get ready to try and see if they can knock off the visiting team out of Lewiston, Idaho. This Lewis Clark team, always a pretty strong program. Docs actually did beat Lewis Clark, the Twins, last year. The Docs in that matchup a year ago. That was back on July 12th, so just a little more than a year ago. Docs pull out a 10-5 victory on top of the Twins. We get ready to go in the ball game. On the mound, the right-hander Tegan Sprague will face the second baseman, right-handed batter Guy Krassel. And the first pitch is fouled away. We are underway here at 11:59. Strike one as we get things underway. Krassel was actually in the leadoff spot last year in that meeting as he takes one down the middle for a strike. Went 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs, a walk, and a strikeout. The 0-2 pitch from Sprague. That ball hit right side, is going to get down for a base knockout to Hayden Thompson in right field. And Krassel with the 0-2 count gets defensive and pokes one right side for a base knock. So the first hit in the ball game there, the Twins will have a man aboard as Tucker Green will come up to bat. Tucker Green starting in center field. Looking back to last year, he was also in the lineup starting in center field. Bats right-handed. A year ago went 1 for 3 against the Doc Stewarts with 2 runs and an RBI. Green fouls off the first pitch. As right now, this Twins club, they have been aggressive early. A lot of swings so far in the ball game for the Twins. Looking to attack early against Tegan Sprague. Runner takes off, grounder up the middle, goes to Sprague. He looks to second for a moment, but will throw to first base. Gets it over to Danner Wirtz, 1 away. The comebacker on the hit and run will result in the first out, put a man into scoring position. 1 away, and up to bat will be Cody Ells, the first baseman. Ells was not a guy on the roster last year for this LC team. Asotin, high school, graduating this year. Was talking with current Lewis Clark State College head coach Jeremiah Robbins before. Said that this young man was committed to him as he takes a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Initially was committed to go to LC State, but apparently has recently recommitted has committed to UCLA baseball, which is a pretty big program. The 0-1 pitch here for Sprague. Low and outside to the lefty. So Cody Ells out of a little program there, and Asotin headed off to UCLA apparently. The lefty stands in. He's got the frame. 6'3" is what I was told. The 1-1 pitch is off the turf. Behind the plate, Mason Young does a nice job to keep the ball in front of him. That holds Guy Krassel after his leadoff single. Krassel stays out at second base on the ball that gets away momentarily from Mason Young behind the dish. The 2-1 from Sprague. Missing low. He falls behind 3 balls and a strike. 1 out with a man at second base so far here in the first inning for the LC Twins. Coming in at 17-8 overall on the year. The 3-1 pitch misses inside for ball 4. So a walk to the 3-hitter, and that'll bring up the cleanup batter. It's Cal Robbins, and that might sound like a familiar name for you. Just a year ago, in this matchup between the Docs and the LC Twins, Cal Robbins was 1 for 5 in that matchup with 2 RBI, but he hit that one hit and those 2 RBIs. It came for the Doc Stewarts. A year ago, Cal was in a Docs uniform as he takes low and outside, ball 1. Docs sure do miss Cal's bat in the lineup for sure. He's batting cleanup here today for the Twins. His family moving to Lewiston over the summer. As a pitch outside. Count goes to 2-0 here for Sprague against Robbins. The Robbins moving out there is Jeremiah, Cal's dad, taking back over the program there at LC State. So the family moves back out that direction after they had moved here from that Lewiston area. to Douglas County as Jeremiah had taken over and restarted the UCC baseball program back around the pandemic. So great to see Cal again. I haven't had a chance to catch up with him. Saw his dad as the runner heads for third. Tag down. Oh, it's almost overslid the bag, but in safely at third base will be Krasselt. Up to second base goes Els. Double steal for Lewiston, for the LC Twins. Runners at second and third now, and it's a 3-1 count at the plate for Cal Robbins. Sprague delivers and will issue ball 4. That's going to be back-to-back walks, and the bases are loaded. First inning for the Twins. Brings up Sam Hall, the 5-hitter, and an RBI opportunity early here for the Twins. Throw down to third base by Mason Young wasn't bad. Maybe just a hair late. Sliding into the bag, Krasselt nearly overslid the bag, and Logan Anderson tried to get the tag back down, but could not. Strike across, a great way to start things off here to Sam Hall for Tegan Sprague. I want to remind you that today's starting lineup is brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. The 0-1 pitch outside. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. The 1-1 here for Sprague with the bases loaded and 1 out in the first. The ball is fouled back for strike 2 by Sam Hall. You've got the leadoff man, Krasselt, at third. Els at second. Robbins at first. Sam Hall at the plate with the 1-2 pitch. Sprague's breaking ball goes up the middle. Burke will get it at the bag at second. Whips it over to Wirtz at first, and they will get a double play to get out of things here in the top of the first inning. A nice bounding ball up the middle. Easy play for the Twin killing. And the Doc Stewarts are able to get this one over with here in the first without giving up any damage. Hall grounds into the 6-3 double play. And we will head to the bottom of the first. Doc Stewart's coming up to bat when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where the Doc Stewarts are hosting the LC Twins. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineup for your Doc Stewarts. For the Stewies, it'll be Paxton Burke leading off, the shortstop, followed by Reagan Soper, the second baseman. Third baseman Logan Anderson bats third. Center fielder Christian Corba hitting cleanup, followed by Danner Wirtz at first base, then Tegan Sprague, the pitcher, hitting sixth. Hayden Thompson, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Mason Young, the catcher, batting eighth. And rounding out the starting nine is the left fielder, and that is Hayden Thompson. First pitch is in, and it is high and outside, ball 1. On the mound is right-hander Landon Ortiz for LC. Gets the ball popped up out towards center field, not very deep, going out the shortstop. Carson Hinson is there to make the catch, 1 away. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score. First pitch swinging away for Reagan Soper, the two-hitter. He launches one out to center field. Soper will fly out. 2 away as Tucker Green tracks that one down. And quickly 2 down here in the first inning for Landon Ortiz. Ortiz will try to see if he can make it a quick 1-2-3 frame as he will face the next batter for the Doc Stewarts, Logan Anderson. Anderson will take inside for ball 1. Starting lineups are brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free no-obligation estimate today on your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Strike called against Logan Anderson, a 1-1 count. Anderson, line drive, gets up into center field. Ducking out of the way, Ortiz. The pitcher gives up a single with 2 down here in the first inning. So the Docs will get a man on base. Both teams with 1 hit in the ballgame so far. That'll bring up Christian Corba. Corba not with the team earlier this week when they were in Central Oregon. Back with the club here today. Good to see him back in the lineup for the Stewies. His bat's always a nice one to have. First pitch to the cleanup hitter. Breaking ball in for a strike. Beautiful sunny day here in the Umpqua Basin. Runner takes off, pitch inside, throw down to second base, sliding in, safe out at second base. A 1-1 count for Corba, and now Logan Anderson into scoring position. Stolen base for Anderson. The throw down there from Peyton Bonebreak behind the plate. Got it there pretty quick, but Anderson able to slide around the tag. The 1-1 to Corba. Grounder up the middle. This should be very playable for Henson. He will softly toss it across to Cody Ells at first base. And the Doc Stewarts will leave a man in scoring position. A quick bottom of the first inning for the Docs. We will head to the second. It's a scoreless ball game between the Roseburg Doc Stewarts and the Lewis Clark Twins here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the second inning. It'll be Jackson Casey that'll lead things off against Tegan Sprague. Takes outside, ball 1. Casey the DH. Bats left-handed. Scoreless ball game as we start the second inning as the ball fouled away by Casey. Makes it a 1-1 count. Casey, Durrett, and Henson due up. Today's game brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Outside, 2-1 count for Casey. Jackson Casey out of Lewiston High School. He'll pop one up. It's on the infield. Calling for it, third baseman Logan Anderson. Battling this early afternoon sun. Makes the catch for strike 1. Or excuse me, for the first out. 1 away. And it brings up Makai Durrett, the right fielder. Bases were left loaded in the first inning for the Twins. Here in the second inning, Tegan Sprague able to get the first out quicker than he was in the first inning. But a double play for the Docs helped keep this game scoreless. Strike across on the first pitch here for Durrett. We're looking at sunny skies overhead, maybe a few clouds off in the distance. 66 degrees as we get this one underway. Pitch outside, 1-1 count. Expecting to hit a high of 79 this afternoon, so going to stay pretty comfortable here at the ballpark. The 1-1. That ball is poked out of play over the right side. And the count goes 1-2 for Durrett. The 1-2 pitch popped up in the air out towards center field. Couple of steps in, couple steps back, and underneath it, Christian Corba for the second out. 2 away here in the second inning for the Twins. It brings up Carson Henson, the shortstop. The first pitch is fouled back. The 0-1 from Sprague is popped up right side, and that'll get out of play for strike 2. And out in front of Carson Henson, the 8-hitter and shortstop. Tegan Sprague looking for a 1-2-3 frame here. Henson swings through for strike 3, and that'll be exactly that. A strikeout to finish things off here in the top of the second inning. And it's a 1-2-3 frame for Sprague. And it remains scoreless. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a scoreless ballgame between the Doc Stewarts and the visiting LC Twins. As we get ready for the second inning, let you know that today's game is brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports. We'll tell you more about them when we come back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Bottom of the second, it's Wirtz, Sprague, and Thompson due up against Landon Ortiz, who works a strike across against Danner Wirtz, the leadoff man, batting fifth in the lineup, starting at first base here today. Danner, the 0-1 pitch, is taken for strike 2. Today's game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. Check out their new location on Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. The 0-2. Wirtz pops it up right side. Playable for Durrett. And there's one away for the Stewies to start things here in the second inning. Tegan Sprague will come up to bat. We didn't introduce you to the defense for Lewis Clark in that first inning. So looking around the diamond, Peyton Bonebreak back behind the plate. Cody Ells at first. Guy Krasselt at second. Left side, you've got Cal Robbins at third. Carson Henson at short. And in the outfield from left to right, it is Sam Hall, Tucker Green, and Makai Durrett as the first pitch, ball 1 to Tegan Sprague. Ortiz, 1-0 pitch, showing a bunt, taking outside, a 1-1 count. Looks like we have a summer program, youth program here today. A bunch of kids down in the grandstands with us as the ball flared out towards right field. Going to carry enough to get out to Durrett right in right field. There's 2 away for the Doc Stewarts. Got a group of fans. Let's see here. You might be, if you're watching online, you can see some of them back behind over near the LC dugout, hanging out there. They've got signs up and everything. Stepping to the plate will be Hayden Thompson for the first time. He shows a bunt and will take inside for a 1-0 count. Couple of fly ball outs to right field so far for the Doc Stewarts here in the second. Landon Ortiz. 1-0 pitch, low and outside, a 2-0 count against Hayden Thompson. I was going to say it's a classroom, but being summer, they don't probably have school in session. As the ball popped up right side, this will stay on the infield. In foul territory, the first baseman, Cody Ells, makes the catch, and the Doc Stewarts 3 pop outs to the right side of the field here in the second inning. A 1-2-3 frame as Landon Ortiz matches Tegan Sprague in the top half of the second. Here in the home half, the Doc Stewarts go down quietly. We head to the top of the third. It's a scoreless ball game on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
First pitch here in the third inning comes in outside, ball 1 against the 9-hitter Peyton Bonebreak, the catcher for the LC Twins. Scoreless ball game here. The 1-0 pitch from Tegan Sprague, missing high, 2-0 count. Joey Keeran here with you at Champion Car Wash Field this afternoon for a doubleheader between the Docs and the Twins. The 2-0. That ball is popped up right side. Going out is Soper. Soper makes the catch in right field. 1 away for the Doc Stewarts. They retire the 9-batter for the Twins. Top of the order will come back up. Only hitting the ball game for LC here so far. That is Guy Krasselt, who had a 2-strike single to right field. Just fought off a pitch and got it to drop in. He'll take a breaking ball from Sprague for a strike on the inside corner. Today's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. 1-1 count as the ball bounces in. Top of the order in the first inning. Krasselt got on with a single, then Ells and Robbins both walked. Bases were loaded before an inning-ending double play that helped keep the game scoreless. Pitch outside from Sprague. 2 balls and a strike. Ball fouled back. It'll even things up. 2-2. Nobody on base. Sprague looking for a payoff pitch here. Winds and will deliver. And that one's fought off by Krasselt out of play over the right side. It's been a couple of years ago now, but the Doc Stewarts did make a trip out to Lewiston, took part in the Summer Palouse series out there, and played some games in Lewiston and got a chance to go up to the Palouse and play at Washington State. As a pitch outside, count will go full. That was a fun year. We stayed there at LC State, stayed in the dorm rooms. It was a pretty fun trip. So the 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. Guy Krasselt will get on base for a second time in the ball game with 1 out. It'll be Tucker Green up to bat. Green had a comebacker to the mound in the first inning. They tried to put the hit and run on, but Green ended up not getting credit for a sacrifice, but basically worked much like a sacrifice bunt on a comebacker to the mound. He'll step up for a second time here today. Sprague out of the stretch with a man at first, delivers, and that ball is fouled back for strike one by Green. Tucker Green out of Lewiston High School. Green graduating this year. Did not find any details on possible future plans for that young man. The 0-1 pitch for Sprague, and time called before he delivers. He was on the mound giving plenty of glances over his front shoulder over to check on Guy Krasselt. Sprague will come set, now picks off over to first base. Tag put down, but late by Danner. Krasselt over at the bag, sliding back in with plenty of time. Tucker Green, the starting center fielder, digs back in with the 0-1 pitch. It's outside and goes off the chest protector for Mason Young. Up to second base goes Krasselt. He'll take a turn, but holds there on the wild pitch. Took a second for Mason Young to get to that baseball. Rolled all the way to the backstop, kind of died at the backstop. So now a man in scoring position with a 1-1 count. Krasselt was left on base in scoring position back in the first inning as well. Docs would like to try and see if they can repeat that. The 1-1 is in the air right side. This ball will be tracked down in the corner. Thompson makes the grab, tagging and heading for third. Will go Krasselt, and he will get 90 feet closer to home with two down. Nice job, Hayden Thompson, going from the sunshine out in right field, having to go deep into the right field corner into the shadows over there, but he's able to secure the baseball. I'm not sure if that would have stayed fair or foul or not, but it was deep in that right field corner, so a nice job by Thompson to track it down. That'll bring up now Cody Ells, the three-hitter in the lineup. The first baseman drew a walk his first time up. He's got an RBI chance here with two down. Scoreless ball game in the top of the third. Sprague's first pitch low and outside for ball one. Comfortable day here. We do have a bit of a breeze blowing at the moment, blowing in from the left field side across that right field line. The 1-0 delivery. Ground ball right side. Backhanded by Soper. Over to Danner. And that will finish it off and erase another scoring opportunity for the Twins. Ground out to second base for Ells. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base for the Twins. We're through 2.5. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless between the Docs and the Twins on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, it's all zeros on the board so far. Neither team able to break through against the starting pitchers. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the third. It's Mason Young, Hayden Thompson, and then Paxton Burke due up. First pitch, a breaking ball from Landon Ortiz. Misses. Young will slap one right side. Drops it in for a base hit. He'll hustle down the line and gets to first base to lead things off for the Doc Stewarts here in the third. So Mason Young, a leadoff single. They'll bring in Logan Shipman to run for him at first base, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Second hit in the ball game for the Docs. Only one hit on the other side so far for the Twins. Runner at first. With nobody out, it'll be Quinn Gaylor to bat here in the 9 spot. I might have said Thompson. I had the wrong name written in, so that's my apologies. Gaylor, the lefty, will square to bunt, and he will put it down. It goes back to the mound, fielded by Ortiz, who underhands it to Els at first. Sacrifice bunt for Quinn Gaylor, gets it down, and is able to move the man from first to second. The courtesy runner is Logan Shipman. He's able to advance 90 feet. One away. Doc's playing some small ball. Get a runner into scoring position. Top of the order, Paxton Burke will come up. Burke takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Paxton was hitless in Game 1 against the Central Oregon Generals back on Tuesday, but Game 2 came alive, was 2 for 4 in that one. A couple of base hits. Slaps one through the left side. Shipman will move up to third base. They're going to put the hold on there. It's an opposite field single for Paxton Burke through the 5-6 hole on the left side. Trying to pick on his former teammate at Roseburg High, and here with the Doc Stewarts, Cal Robbins over there. He poked it by. Robbins no chance at third base to make a play on that one. Runners on the corners as the Docs have 3 hits in the ball game now. And up to bat will be Reagan Soper. Burke takes off for second base. Will get in easily, and holding at third base will be Logan Shipman. They threw all the way through, but Burke steals second on the first pitch to Soper. 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out. A 1-0 count at the plate for Soper. Flew out to center field his first time. Takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Paxton got a chance to check in with his future head coach, Jeremiah Robbins, at LC State. Paxton heading to LC State next year. And that pitch hitting the front arm for Reagan Soper. He'll head on down to first base. That one looked like it got more fabric than it did skin. But Soper able to get on base, and that loads him up with just 1 out. And here comes the heart of the order for the Doc Stewarts. Logan Anderson had the first hit in the game for the Docs. And until this bottom of the 3rd, he had the only hit in the game for the Stewies. Bases are loaded. And a breaking ball off the turf. Keeping it in front of him. Bone break, the catcher. Makes sure none of the runners have a chance to advance. Time called out to the mound will go Peyton Bonebreak. Today's game is brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. That's Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Landon Ortiz, class of 2028, out of Lewiston. His 1-0 pitch to Anderson. Just misses the outside corner. 2-0. Ortiz out of his windup delivers the 2-0 pitch in for a strike. Anderson timing it up. Still ahead in the at-bat. Docs with their best scoring chance in the game so far. Anderson slaps one in, it gets through on the right side. They will take the lead here in the 3rd. And Burke is going to run through the stop sign and score. Coach Bennett down the third base line had the stop sign up halfway down the line, but I think Burke, by the time he realized that he was getting told to stop, it was too late, and he just continues home and does come in to score. Docs get a pair of runs on the single to right field by Logan Anderson, and they lead this one 2-0 with runners at first and second, and still just 1 out. Up to bat will be Christian Corba, looking to try and tack some more on. A 2-run single to right field by Anderson. Soper up to second base. Scoring from second was Burke. Shipman scored in place of Mason Young from third base. First pitch fouled away for strike 1 by Corba. Corba last time up had a grounder to short that ended the first inning. He'll take low and outside and has himself a 1-1 count. So the Docs will grab the early lead on the single to right field by Logan Anderson. And that marks their third hit here in the third inning. 4 hits total in the ballgame. Ortiz, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball elevated. 2 balls and a strike, and time called. Out to the mound goes Bonebreak. So far, the Docs have sprayed one left side, just out of the reach of the third baseman, and then sprayed one right side, just out of the reach of the first baseman. That was Burke and Anderson, both with those base hits here in this third inning. Big base hits there after it was Mason Young who poked one out to right field in his leadoff at bat here in the third inning. Docs putting 2 runs across so far, giving some support to Tegan Sprague. Christian Corba, 2-1 pitch, launches it out towards center field. Going back is Tucker Green underneath it. Catch made, tagging, heading for third will go Soper. The throw not in time. 2 down, runners on the corners. And Danner Wirtz will come up to bat. Soper beating that throw with plenty of space. Logan Anderson did not try to follow and move up 90 feet. He stays at first base. Good speed out there on the bases for Danner Wirtz, who will come up to bat. Pitch is high for ball 1. Out at first base, Logan Anderson deking as if he was going to take off for second base. Treated back to the bag. They pick off over there. Anderson slides back in just ahead. A 1-0 pitch for Danner. Chops one towards third base. Cal Robbins will retire Danner Wirtz. And that'll finish things off here in the third inning. Doc Stewart's able to get on the board first. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. It's a 2-0 lead. We go to the top of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
We head to the top of the 4th inning, a 2-0 lead for the Docs. It'll be Cal Robbins, Sam Hall, and Jackson Casey coming up to bat. Robbins in his first at-bat drew a walk, but was forced out at second base on the inning-ending double play in that first inning. He swings and foul tips one into the glove for strike 1 to get things started here in the top of the 4th. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Missing low and outside, evens up the count. A ball and a strike here for Robbins. Will be a senior coming up next year at Lewiston High School. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Robbins behind 1-2. Just caught up quickly with Cal's dad, Jeremiah, the head coach out at Lewis Clark State College. Former Docs head coach, former UCC head coach here in Douglas County. It's outside, 2-2. Said that Cal's maybe been in a little bit of a funk at the plate as of late, but he's always such a dangerous hitter. Watching him in BP, kind of felt like he was trying to send a message to the Docs dugout. He was trying to get one out of here, it looked like. Hit a couple of balls pretty deep. 2-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air, but not deep at all. Fighting the sun. Paxton Burke will make the catch. And the Docs will get the first out here in the 4th inning. 1 away. Sam Hall will come up to bat 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Cal frustrated with himself there, slamming down the bat as he was headed to first base. Sam Hall, right-handed batter. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Oh, 1 count with 1 out and nobody on base. Hall pops one up right side. Thompson in right field. Collects it. 2 down. Tegan Sprague with the first 2 outs here quickly in the 4th inning. Tegan Sprague, of course, the reigning pitcher of the year in his conference during the spring season at Umpqua Valley Christian. So we know he's an accomplished pitcher, and he's looking like he is finding a nice rhythm on the mound here today. Misses high ball 1 against Jackson Casey, the DH, who bats left-handed. Casey flew out to Logan Anderson at third base in the 2nd. 1-0 pitch is outside, and 2-0 count. Two down and nobody on base on a sunny afternoon here at the ballpark. The 2-0 is in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sprague looking for one more here in the 4th. That ball hit well towards right field. Down the line, long run for Thompson. In foul territory, makes the grab. That would have been right on the line. I think it would have been foul, but either way, it's caught by Thompson, who has made some big catches in right field for the Doc Stewarts here this afternoon. Final out, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's still a 2-0 ball game. Doc Stewarts in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Leading off for the Doc Stewarts here in the 4th inning will be Tegan Sprague, who's pitching the shutout through 4 innings so far. First pitch to him is in for strike 1. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Landon Ortiz on the mound, still working for the LC Twins. Misses outside for a 1-1 count. Tegan Sprague, talked about his pitching numbers earlier. Take a look at his batting numbers here. A 1-1 pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. Sprague this summer hitting .312 coming into today's action. So far, here today, is 0 for 1 with a fly ball out to right field. Takes a big cut at the 2-1 offering. Ortiz gets a swing and a miss. 9 extra base hits on the season for Sprague. He's got 5 doubles and 4 triples. Docs do not have a home run this year. 2-2 pitch. Inside and missing low. no home runs, but they've played a majority of their games. In fact, just a few that have been on the road. It's been a very small number. And this is definitely a big ballpark that does not allow a lot to leave the yard. A line drive to left field. That'll be a base hit to lead things off for Teagan. And Sprague is on with a leadoff single for the Doc Stewarts, their 5th in the ball game. Sprague will get on. Let's see if they bring in a runner for him as he pulls that one to left field. They will bring in Easton Bachmeyer as the courtesy runner for the pitcher. 5th hit in the game for the Docs. They get a man on at first. Hayden Thompson will come up to bat. Thompson squares to bunt. That'll bring in Robbins from third. He lays it down. It'll go to Cal. He'll field. Looks to second, but will throw it to first base. They will get Hayden Thompson on the sacrifice bunt. So the Docs play a little bit of small ball again. That resulted in a couple of runs back in the 3rd inning as they lead it 2-0 here in the 4th. Easton Bachmeyer moves up to second base on the sac bunt. One away. Mason Young, 1 for 1 in the game, a single to right field. Will bat with a man in scoring position. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Mason Young been in the lineup a little bit more here as of late with the injury to Amos Bowers. Has him rehabbing and hopefully getting back to full strength for the state tournament. As the ball poked to left field, Bachmeyer, hesitation, make sure it gets down. He'll move up to third on the single to left. Mason Young 2 for 2 on the day. I mentioned he's been getting more playing time as of late. He gets the base hit there, 2 for 2 today. Came into today batting 143 on the season. He'll be upping that average. So far perfect at the plate. They'll bring in Shipman to run for him again at first base. Runners on the corners. Docs with 6 hits in the ball game, and up to bat will be the 9-hitter Quinn Gaylor, who had a sac bunt his first time up. Another lefty at the plate against Ortiz. Squares to bunt. He'll pull this one first base side. Bachmeyer does not try to score, and the pitcher Ortiz cannot field the ball cleanly. So the bases are loaded. Bachmeyer probably could have scored from third, but he played it cautiously. And Quinn Gaylor will get on. That'll be an error by the pitcher, Ortiz. Should have been a chance to get Gaylor on that one at first base, but the bobble allowed Gaylor to get to first safely. So the bases are loaded with just 1 out, and it's back to the top of the order. This is how the Docs did some damage back in the 3rd. They've got Paxton Burke up to bat. Burke is 1 for 2 in the game. A single through the left side his last time up. He'll pull one to right field. That ball will get out to right in a hurry on Durrett, and it goes over his head. Takes the high hop off the turf and gets to the fence in right field. They've got Burke heading to third. His 3 runs will score. It's a bases clearing triple for Paxton Burke. And the Stewies will build a 5-0 lead here in the 4th. Burke gets around on that one, just got on top of the baseball and rips it to right field. And then it took the hop and got around Makai Durrett in right field. It can be tough sometimes to play the ball off the hop here at Champion Car Wash Field on the turf here. A 3-run triple for Burke. Docs lead it 5-0. First pitch fouled away by Reagan Soper. Now he'll poke one out to left field. It'll get down, and the Docs add another, as coming in to score will be Burke, as Soper will have his first hit. Picks up an RBI as well, as the Doc Stewarts stretch it to 6-0. There is an arm warming up in the bullpen for the LC Twins, and we're going to get a pitching change here. That'll allow us to catch up, as the Doc Stewarts have been at a breakneck pace here in the 4th inning. Total of 4 runs have scored, 3 of them on a triple by Paxton Burke. Then Burke comes in to score on a single by Reagan Soper. And the Doc Stewarts will have a man at first, 1 out, and a new pitcher on the mound for the LC Twins. We'll come back in a 60 seconds as we'll take a 1-minute timeout for the pitching change. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball in front, 6-0 on the visiting LC Twins on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. The new man on the mound for the Lewis Clark Twins is a right-hander, and that is going to be Morgan Bunch. Bunch out of Asotin High School, class of 2027, will take over. He actually got the highlight in the AI-generated preview of this matchup that I got from Game Changer in my email. I was trying to find that again here. Let's see, there it is. Morgan Bunch. We'll tell you more. We'll see what Game Changer had to say about him. He'll deliver. It's a bunt down the third base line by Logan Anderson. Throw to first base will be late. Up to second base goes Reagan Soper. And so the first pitch from the new pitcher is an infield single for Logan Anderson, who has been on fire as of late at the plate. 3 for 3 in this one. Logan Anderson was 1 for 4 in the second game against the Central Oregon Generals. He had a 3 for 3. He had a perfect day at the plate the other day, too. I'm trying to find that one. I think it was game 1 against the Hillsdale Merchants. That's what I believe it was. No, actually, that's not it either. First pitch to Christian Corba is fouled back for strike 1. Well, Anderson has been hitting well, but I'm not finding the game I thought was not that long ago. Maybe I missed it as I'm glancing back through my scorebook. 0-1 count here for Corba with 1 out. Pops 1 foul out of play for strike 2. So far in the ball game, Corba is 0 for 2. He's batting here with runners at first and second, just 1 away. Docs have already scored 4 runs here in the 4th inning. They lead it 6-0. The new man, Morgan Bunch. The 0-2 pitch is outside. The 1-2 pitch, and Bunch will step off. Bunch is a guy that throws a lot of first pitch strikes. 38 of the 56 batters he's faced, he starts them off with a strike, and that continues here against Christian Corba, who takes a pitch off the turf, a 2-2 count. I guess that will continue. You could make it 40 out of 58 batters now, because Anderson laid down a bunt on the first pitch he saw, and Corba fell behind on a strike on the first pitch that he saw. So Morgan Bunch continues trying to fill up the strike zone. Corba will fight off a breaking ball to stay alive with the 2-2 count. Morgan Bunch at the plate. Don't expect to see him hit because the pitcher was getting DH for, but he is batting .328 on the summer, so he can swing it as well. Bunch will have a 2-2 pitch coming once again to Corba. Christian puts that one in the air right side. Not very deep out to Durrett in right field. He makes the catch, and Soper takes off but puts the brakes on quickly. Will head back to second base with 2 away. Corba 0 for 3 in the ball game. Bit of a rarity for that young man who just finished out his freshman year at Roseburg High School. 9th hitter to the plate. Morgan Bunch will try to see if he can get this 4th inning over with, as the Docs have extended the lead out to 6-0. He'll face Danner Wirtz, the 5-hitter in the lineup. Danner is 0 for 2 as well. The pitch goes by the catcher and all the way to the backstop, and all the runners will move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. Danner with a 1-0 count, and now 2 runners in scoring position. The reliever out of the bullpen, right-hander Morgan Bunch. 1-0 pitch outside. Danner lays off and is ahead 2-0. Four runs here in the 4th, 2 back in the 3rd as the Docs have built this one up. Starting pitcher Landon Ortiz went 3 1/3 innings in this one. We'll have more numbers on him. Danner launches one high into the air out towards center field. Playable for Tucker Green as long as he can make his way through the sun. He does go to one knee as he makes the catch, and that'll retire the side for the Doc Stewarts. 9 hitters come to the plate. They score 4 runs on 5 hits. The LC Twins, no errors, and 2 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. It is 6-0. Docs in front. We head to the top of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back for the start of the 5th inning here from Champion Car Wash Field. Tegan Sprague on the mound will face the 7-8-9 hitters for the Twins. His first pitch misses high for ball 1. Makai Durrett, Carson Henson, and Peyton Bonebreak, the 3 scheduled hitters. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball through the left side. Base hit for Durrett, as he will get the first hit in the game for LC since the first inning. And just their second hit against Tegan Sprague. So man on at first, nobody out, and up to bat will be Carson Henson, who struck out swinging back in the second. First pitch from Sprague, showing a bunt, and it's high for ball 1. Not sure there for a moment whether or not Henson had offered at that. I thought maybe he might have, but he got the bat back in time. The leadoff single here in the 4th breaks up a streak of 5 straight batters retired. As a pickoff throw to first, they almost had him over there. Back in safely goes Durrett, who kind of spun his tires trying to get back into the bag. Sprague with the 1-0 pitch. That's a line drive. It's out of the reach of the second baseman, Soper. To the alley in right center. Thompson cuts it off. He'll throw in. There might be a chance at second. Throw relay is late. And the Doc Stewarts will have to try and find a way out of another scoring situation for the Twins. They've been able to do it so far, keep them scoreless, but this is once again one of their better scoring opportunities in this ball game. Back-to-back hits to start things off here in the 5th inning. And they've got 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. The 9-hitter is Peyton Bonebreak. He takes outside for ball 1. Bonebreak flew out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. Strike across, 1-1. The 1-1 from Sprague, swung on and missed. High heat, couldn't catch up to it. Bonebreak behind the ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Sprague. The payoff pitch is low and outside. Count goes to 2-2. A strikeout here would be big for Sprague. Help ease things just a bit with 2 runners on base and nobody out. The 2-2 pitch is low and inside. The count goes full. Top of the 5th inning. Nobody out. 2 runners on. Docs leading 6-0. Full count. Line drive shot It'll be on the infield, caught by Soper, and that'll be the first out. Unlike the ball hit by Hinton, that ball did not get up high enough. And Reagan Soper easily makes the catch on the infield for the first out. One away as we go back to the top of the order. Guy Krasselt has been a tough one to get out. He's gotten on base and gotten his way all the way around to third base both times that he's had a plate appearance, but he's been stranded at third in both of those trips on base. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Today's game is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. The 0-1 for Sprague. Swung on and missed, and Krasselt behind 0-2. One away, runners at third and second. Mackay Durrett at third base after his leadoff single and got all the way around to third after Carson Henson had a double to the right center field alley. 0-2 pitch to Krasselt, high and away. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Good crowd showing up out to enjoy some sunshine and some baseball. Creeping our way towards 70 degrees, so staying comfortable here at the field. 67 right now. The 1-2 pitch, grounder towards third. Anderson will look the runner back, throw to first. The throw back to the plate, tag down, not in time. Anderson gave him a look, but made the throw across the diamond to get the second out. A run will score. Up to third base goes Henson. Durrett comes in on an RBI ground out for Guy Krasselt. So even when they do get him out, he is a productive out. 2 away, 1 run in, and a man at third base. Tucker Green, 0 for 2 in the ballgame, will come up to bat. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Chance to try and see if he can drive in another run. It's a 5-run lead now for the Doc Stewarts. Sprague's 0-1 pitch is popped up left side. Third baseman Logan Anderson will watch it into the glove. He had to hold it up there the entire time to battle the sun, but he's able to stay underneath it and make the catch, and they get Green for a third time in the ball game. That will finish off the top of the 5th. 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base for the Twins. They get on the board, break the shutout, but they trail by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Six to 1 ball game. Doc Stewart's in front against the visiting Lewis Clark Twins. And we start the 5th inning with Tegan Sprague leading off. He will take a strike from the new man on the mound. That is Morgan Bunch. He took over in the 4th inning for Landon Ortiz. So Bunch, 0-1 pitch. He dials it in for strike 2. Today's game is brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC. Tegan Sprague 1 for 2 in the game. He led off the 4th inning with a single, so he's the leadoff man in back-to-back innings. He swings through a breaking ball for strike 3, and he is the first out. So Sprague goes down. That's the first strikeout in the game for Morgan Bunch in relief. One away. Hayden Thompson up to bat. Thompson a sac bunt in the fourth inning. Popped out to the first baseman back in the second. He's swinging away and fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Landon Ortiz, starting pitcher for the Twins. 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. No walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Line drive out towards left center. That ball will it'll get down out in center field. Tucker Green tried to make a sliding catch. It rolls to the fence. Heading around for third will be Thompson, and he'll be in standing up. Doc Stewart's get another extra base hit here in the ball game, and with 1 out, they've got a man at third. Hayden Thompson rips one all the way to the wall. A little bit of an aggressive take on that one for Tucker Green in center field. Tried to make a sliding catch. He couldn't get the glove on it, and it rolls all the way to the fence. And so they'll bring the infield in with 1 out and a man at third. First pitch low and outside to Mason Young, who is 2 for 2 in the ball game with a couple of singles. First hit for Hayden Thompson in the ball game. A 1-0 pitch here for Young. Is low and outside. He's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. For Hayden Thompson, just his second extra base hit of the summer, his first triple. He was batting .216 coming into the contest. A 2-0 pitch to Mason Young. Outside, and Mason's well ahead. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch is in for a strike. So Mason Young waits on a 3-1. He was watching on the 3-0 pitch. The 3-1 gets one he likes, grounds it through the left side with the infield pulled in. Mason Young, 3 for 3 on the day, has his first RBI in the ball game. And the Doc Stewart stretch it back out to a 6-run lead. Coming in to score is Hayden Thompson after his 1-out triple. Mason Young drives in a run. Big day for the catcher. 3 for 3 at the plate. First RBI. And the courtesy runner, Logan Shipman, will come in. Shipman will run at first base for Mason Young. And Shipman has scored every time he's been on base, running for Mason here in the ballgame. Quinn Gaylor reached on an error. There goes Shipman. It's the hit and run, and it hits the alley. Shipman put on the brakes, but now will head for third. He will get there easily. They're going to put it on brakes late. He's got to race back to the bag. He will have to dive in without a throw. And it's a single for Quinn Gaylor with the hit and run on. The bottom of the order coming up big for the Doc Stewarts. Gaylor has his first hit. He's been on base now twice as he pulls one to the right side. First and third for the Docs with 1 out, leading 7-1. Up to bat, top of the order, Paxton Burke. Runner going, throw down to second base is late as Gaylor's into the bag safely. The throw went all the way to second base. And at third base, Shipman does not try to get aggressive to score. He'll stay at third. So 2 runners in scoring position, a 1-0 count for Paxton Burke. And that one hit him on the foot, on his back foot. The breaking ball from the righty to the switch-hitting shortstop. Burke was batting left-handed. He gets hit by the pitch on that back foot. With a break in the action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score. Bases loaded for Reagan Soper with just one out. Soper is 1 for 2 today. He'll hit one in the air to left field, not overly deep. Sam Hall will catch it, tagging. He's going to try to score. The throw cut off, throw to the plate. Out at home, and Shipman sliding feet first. Might have just needed to take a better angle to get to the plate. Shipman out at home. And we'll take a look at that as we head in between innings. We'll come back. For those watching online, we'll come back with a replay. It'll be a double play. Fly ball out to left field, tag out at home. And the Doc Stewarts will get just one here in the 5th inning. They lead at 7-1, heading to the top of the 6th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here for the top of the 6th inning, it'll be a new man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. But for those that are watching online, a replay of the final out there. Oof. Even with the slide, I'm going to replay that again, but even just a little bit slower. Even with the slide that maybe could have been better, Shipman, that was a bang one there at home. That was a tough call there for the Doc Stewarts. Might have been the right call, just a tough one for sure. It was very close. New man on the mound is going to be Grayson Coate to take over for the Docs here in the 6th inning. Right-hander out of Roseburg High School. First pitch, a breaking ball to Cody Ells. He skies one into shallow center field. It'll be the second baseman, Reagan Soper, there to make the catch. One away. You had Soper, Burke, and Corba all in the vicinity, but the second baseman makes the play, one away. That'll bring up Cal Robbins 0 for 1 in the game with a walk. Cody Ells is now 0 for 2 after getting a walk in the first. Coate will miss inside, ball 1 against Robbins. Tegan Sprague exits after 5 innings, allowed just 1 run and 3 hits. As a strike across, a 1-1 count here for Coate against Robbins. Grayson Coate pitching for the Docs. Here in the 6th inning, we'll have him as our interview guest coming up in between games. He is one of our final player interviews we get to do here this year. Grayson misses high and inside against Robbins. So stay tuned in between games. We'll have our Doc Stewart's player interview on the bench with Grayson Coate coming up in between. Breaking ball misses high and inside. Coate will fall behind 3-0. The 3-1 pitch. I said 3-0. It's 3-1, and there's ball 4. So Robbins will draw his second walk in the ball game. That'll be the first walk for Grayson Coate. Runner on at first with 1 out. It'll bring up Sam Hall 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hall chops one third base side. It will bounce into foul territory. So no 1 count. Swing and a miss, chasing a breaking ball outside. The 0-2 pitch here for Coate, looking for the second out. And that ball's fouled off by Hall. Sam Hall will have that 0-2 count still. Grayson Coate with an 0-2 pitch. At first base, Cal Robbins. The fastball misses low, 1-2. Here in the top of the sixth inning, a 7-1 lead for the Doc Stewarts. Strike three called, froze him at the plate. Hall watches one at the top of the zone go by. Strikeout looking. First in the game for Coate as he comes on in relief here in the sixth. Second strikeout for a Docs pitcher in the ball game. 2 down. With a man at first base, it'll be Jackson Casey up to bat. Casey will take the first pitch for strike one. Coate coming in and attacking the zone. His 0-1 pitch with Robbins at first. That ball looped to right field. It'll drop in, a base knock. Robbins will hold at second base. Almost got the runner at first trying to take a turn at the bag. Casey will be on with his first base hit in the ball game. A looper out towards right field, landing in front of Hayden Thompson. Just the fourth hit in the ball game for the Twins. They've got runners at first and second with 2 down. Coate misses low. A 1-0 count. Ground ball chopper goes wide of the bag at third. Foul for strike one to Makai Durrett. A 1-1 count here against the 7-hitter in the lineup. Durrett is 1 for 2 with a single to left field. Takes outside from Coate, 2 balls and a strike. Grayson Coate working out of the stretch. Misses outside and falls behind 3-1 here against Durrett. A walk would load him up, and that's going to prompt a visit out to the mound for Mason Young, the catcher. Grayson Coate is making his 13th appearance on the season. That's the most of anybody in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. All of his appearances have come out of the bullpen. No starts on the year for Coate, who has thrown 24 and 2/3 innings, second most on the team. He's got a 4-0 win-loss record with 1 save. A 3-1 delivery to Durrett with runners at first and second. Ground ball chopped foul for strike 2. Grayson comes in with a 3.97 ERA. 13 strikeouts, 11 walks. Coming into today's appearance, he has allowed 1 walk and 1 strikeout. His 3-2 pitch, runners at first and second, and time called before the delivery. Out at second base, Cal Robbins bouncing around. He will be advancing when the pitch gets delivered home. With the bases, runners at first and second, and a full count pitch with 2 down. Runners will take off. There they go. Strike 3 called on the corner. Durrett was thinking ball 4. Grayson Coate had other ideas. He gets the strikeout to finish off things here in the 6th. Back 2 strikeouts looking in this 6th inning for Grayson Coate in relief. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. It's 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
One run on 4 hits in the ballgame for the Twins. They have 1 error in the matchup. For the Doc Stewarts, 7 runs on a total of 12 hits in this ballgame. And the Doc Stewarts with no errors so far in the matchup. Up to bat for the Docs will be Logan Anderson to lead things off. He'll take one over the plate for strike 1. Anderson is 3 for 3 in the ballgame. Last time up, a bunt single in the 4th inning. He is facing Morgan Bunch on the mound, who will wind and fire and miss outside, a 1-1 count. Today's ball game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Bunch winds, delivers a line drive, and it is caught right at the turf level by the shortstop, Carson Hansen. Logan Anderson, a hard hit ball, but right at the shortstop, who's able to pick it off the turf. 1 away, Christian Corba coming up to bat, 0 for 3 in the ball game for the Doc Stewarts cleanup hitter. First time they get Logan Anderson today. Anderson 3 for 4 now with 3 singles and 2 RBI. Corba will take outside off the outside corner from the righty to the right-handed hitting Corba. Christian has flown out in his last 2 at-bats, once to center and once to right. Corba hits one right side, not very deep, and a diving play. Did he come up with it? Yes, the catch made by Makai Durrett. Lays out head first to make the play, and there's 2 down for the Docs. Durrett was playing shallow. I actually noted, I was looking that direction. He was playing in against Corba, and that was the only reason he was able to make that play, is because he had already been shaded in just a bit. Steven still, he had to lay out to get to it. Pitch in for a strike to Danner Wirtz. Danner is 0 for 3 in the ball game. 0-1 pitch, hit out towards right center. Tracking that ball will be Tucker Green, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Doc Stewarts here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. But the Docs lead it by 6, 3 outs away from getting a win in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Six-run advantage for the Doc Stewarts. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Twins, facing off against Grayson Coate. First pitch fouled away for strike one by Carson Henson, who was 1 for 2 today with a double his last time up. That came against Tegan Sprague. We'll get you Sprague's numbers. It's a ground ball left side. Burke deep in the hole. Throw across the diamond. It will be off target. Having to come off the bag was Danner Wirtz at first. It was going to be a long shot to try and get Carson Henson at first, as Paxton Burke had a long way to go to try to get to that ball and make the throw across. So infield single for Henson, his second hit in the ball game, just the 5th hit in the game for the Twins. Ground ball right side on the first pitch to Peyton Bonebreak. Soper will just take the out at first. Unable to, that ball pulling him towards the first base side. It would have been a long throw to try to get the lead runner out at second base. And with a 6-run lead, they'll take the out, and they would be willing to concede a run. That's for sure. Henson will get into scoring position. Docs will get the out as Bonebreak, 0 for 3 in the ball game, grounds out there. Top of the order, Krasselt will bat. He is they make that 1 for 2 in this game. Had an RBI ground out his last time up. He takes a strike on a breaking ball from Grayson Coate. Ball fouled down the third base side. Krasselt will be behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Grayson will have his 3rd strikeout in the ball game. First one swinging, and there are 2 away here in the 7th inning for the Twins. Docs will need 1 more, and it's Tucker Green that will come up to bat. Green has put the ball in play every time, but he's not been able to get on base. Last time was a fly ball out to the third baseman, Logan Anderson. Out at second base, off the bag, Henson has to scurry back on a ball that was in the dirt. A 1-0 count to start for Tucker Green. Mason Young behind the plate working hard to keep the ball in front of him and hold the runner out at second base. Ground ball dribbles down the third base line. It'll go foul for a strike. Grayson, not a save situation for him here. Came into the game in the 6th inning with a 6-run lead already intact, so a non-save situation. Tegan Sprague in line to get the win. Docs leading by 6. Grayson Coate trying to close it out. Throw down to second base. It'll be just a hair late. Back in safely will go Henson. 2 balls and a strike at the plate for Tucker Green. Heart of the order has not necessarily been all that successful for the Twins here today, but we know they got some big bats, and Els, Robbins coming up the next couple of batters if Tucker Green can find a way on base. The 2-1 from Coate, fouled back for strike 2. And the Twins are down to their final strike in the ballgame unless Tucker Green finds a way aboard. Two pitch here for Coate out of the stretch with The Hinson out at second base. Ground ball poked up the middle. It'll get to Corba in center. They're going to send the runner home. The throw comes in. It will go to the plate up to second base. Will go Tucker Green on an RBI single. Ends up at second base on the throw to the plate. Scoring from second is Hinson. They trade places. 2 runs now on the board with 2 down. A man at second, and Cody Ellis up to bat. He is 0 for 2. He was the first batter to face off against Grayson Coate. Flew out to the second baseman Reagan Soper in shallow right field. Takes the first pitch on the corner for strike 1 to the lefty. Pitch outside, 1-1 count. One delivery here for Grayson Coate facing Cody Ellis. Ellis will send one in the air left side. Long run for Quinn Gaylor. Looks like he's got a read on it. He'll make the catch, and the Doc Stewarts will secure a win here in Game 1. 7-2 our final score. Doc Stewarts with the victory as they will win their second in a row. Docs will improve to 18-11 on the season. For the Lewis Clark Twins, just their 9th loss of the year. Final score is 7-2 here in Game 1 of our Twin Bill. We'll take a timeout. We come back with the post-game show for the first game of our doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 coming up here in just a bit. That was a nice and tidy 1 hour and 31-minute ball game here today as the Doc Stewarts get the win. Come back with the post-game show on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where our final score between the Docs and the Lewis Clark Twins, 7-2, is the final score here. Docs getting the win in today's matchup. Taking a look at the numbers, 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 7 men left on base for the Twins. They will fall to 17-9 overall on the year. They've lost back-to-back games here in the state of Oregon. For the Docs, they improved to 18-11 overall on the year. They get 7 runs on 12 hits with no errors and 7 men left on base. Docs took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It was a 2-run single by Logan Anderson that put the runs on the board. 4 runs came across in the 4th inning as the Docs stretched the lead to 6-0. A bases-clearing triple by Paxton Burke would put 3 runs on the board, and Reagan Soper would drive in 1 more to make it that 6-0 score. Twins got 1 run back in the top of the 5th inning. It was a ground out by Guy Krasselt that drove in the first run of the game for the Twins, breaking the shutout. And in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Docs would get 1 back on a single by Mason Young, his 3rd hit in the game. In the 7th, the Twins would get 1 run against Grayson Coate, the reliever. It was on a single by Tucker Green, his first hit in the ballgame, but that was all the rally that they had in them. And the Doc Stewarts would secure the victory with Grayson Coate on the mound. So the final score again, 7-2. Getting the win is going to be Tegan Sprague, 5 innings. He allows 1 run on 3 hits with 2 walks and 1 strikeout. He goes to 4-1 on the season. And taking the loss will be Landon Ortiz, who went 3 1/3 innings. He gives up 6 runs, I believe 5 of them earned, on 8 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Grayson Coate pitched the final 2 innings, not a save situation. He gets allows 1 run on 3 hits, had 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Morgan Bunch was the reliever for Lewis Clark. He pitched the final 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 run on 4 hits with no walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit batter. Taking a look at offensive numbers, Guy Krasselt was 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and an RBI. Tucker Green 1 for 4 with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Cody Els was 0 for 3 with a walk. Cal Robbins was 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Sam Hall 0 for 3. Jackson Casey 1 for 3 with a single. Makai Durrett was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Carson Hinson, 2 for 3 in the game, a double, a single, and a run scored. And Peyton Bonebreak was 0 for 3 in the 9th spot. For the Doc Stewarts, Paxton Burke was 2 for 3 in the game with a single, a triple, 2 runs scored, 3 RBI, and was hit by a pitch. Reagan Soper was 1 for 3 with an RBI single, also got hit by a pitch. Logan Anderson 3 for 4 in the game with 3 singles and 2 RBI. Christian Corba 0 for 4, Danner Wirtz 0 for 4, Tegan Sprague 1 for 3. The courtesy runner for the pitcher came around to score in his 1 time getting on base. Hayden Thompson was 1 for 2 with a triple, a run scored, also had a sac bunt. Mason Young 3 for 3 in the game with 2 runs scored, had an RBI on his final single. Quinn Gaylor was 1 for 2 with a single, reached on an error, scored a run, also had a sac bunt in the ball game. So that is a look at how things played out here today. Today's game's been brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. And by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. It's time now here in the postgame show to name our Champion Car Wash Player of the Game. Make your car or truck shine like today's Player of the Game. Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge, celebrating 30 years in Roseburg. It's Champion Car Wash. Your player of the game is going to be Mason Young, the catcher for the Doc Stewarts, going 3 for 3, scoring twice and had an RBI. It was the courtesy runner scoring for him, but if he had stayed on base, he would have scored twice in this ball game. Also did drive in a run. Big day at the plate there, and a nice job behind the dish for Young. So Mason is today's Champion Car Wash player of the game. Again, sparkle without the splurge. Champion Car Wash celebrating 30 years in Roseburg. And that's our player of the game sponsor. So congratulations, Mason Young. Congratulations to the Docs. The Stewies will improve to 18-11 on the year. For the Twins, they are now 17-9. We'll see how Game 2 of this doubleheader works out as the Doc Stewarts and the Twins will meet again. And the second game will be coming up here in about 20 minutes from now. In between games, we have coming up for you a player interview with Grayson Coate coming up here in just a few moments, so stay tuned for that. If you're watching online, we're going to start a new YouTube stream, so you've got to just refresh your page here in a couple of minutes to get that. We'll have that for you here in just a little bit, but stay tuned. We'll have start out the second game of our broadcast with that interview that we've got coming up with Grayson Coate. So that'll be the first thing up when we come back and when we start our new broadcast. So look for that coming up in just a moment. We'll take a quick timeout and we talk with Grayson Coate in just a few here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM